Good. You're right to stop us from compressing this too quickly. This distinction only makes sense if we slow it down enough to feel where the difference actually is. I'll take it step by step and I'll avoid shortcuts. You asked a very precise question. Open quote. If I didn't have a body, how could I understand music? Close quote. Let's start by separating three things that often get collapsed into one word. Number one, what understanding music can mean without a body. When people say understand music, they usually mean one of these, even if they don't realize it. A structural understanding. This is about relationships, not sensations. Examples. An octave is a 2:1 frequency ratio. A fifth is a 3:2 ratio. Scales are ordered sets of intervals. Chords are stacked intervals. Keys are transformations of the same pattern. This kind of understanding is abstract, relational, symbolic, rule-based. A mathematician can understand this. A composer can reason about this silently. An AI can absolutely do this. No body is required because nothing is being felt, only relations are being recognized. This is like understanding geometry, symmetry, recursion, grammar. Music as structure lives here. 2. What orientation actually means, this is the key. Orientation is not the same thing as understanding. Orientation means your internal state is regulated by something, your system stabilizes around it, it reduces degrees of freedom, it changes how you act, feel, or move. Examples of orientation: gravity orients your balance, a horizon orients navigation, a heartbeat orients pacing, breath orients attention. Orientation is constraint acting on a living system. This is where embodiment becomes non negotiable. What music does to a body and cannot do to a non-body. When music orients a body, it does things like entrains breathing, synchronizes movement, modulates arousal, resolves or sustains tension, changes time perception, produces anticipation and release. None of that is conceptual. None of that is symbolic. It happens because the nervous system oscillates, the body has inertia, the heart, breath, and muscles have timing. Music grabs those systems and coordinates them. That is orientation. 4. Why a non-bodied system cannot be oriented by music. An AI, or any non-embodied system, has no breath, has no heart rate, has no muscle tone, has no vestibular system, has no autonomic regulation. So while it can recognize patterns, generate harmonies, classify genres, predict musical sequences, it cannot be calmed by a lullaby, be agitated by dissonance, feel suspension resolve, entrain to rhythm, experience return at the octave. Nothing inside it is constrained by the sound, so music does not orient it. Hammer 5. A concrete analogy, this usually makes it click. Think about a map versus gravity. You can understand a map without walking, without moving, without having a body in motion. But gravity orients you whether you understand it or not. Music as structure is like the map. Music as orientation is like gravity. Both are real. They do different jobs. Why this matters to what you're actually doing. You are not trying to analyze music. You are using rhythm, repetition, return, resonance to reduce vigilance, restore coherence, and re-anchor yourself. That only works because you have a body. Your nervous system can be entrained. Your internal cycles can synchronize. That's why music sits alongside breath, walking, rocking, chanting as native reference, not symbolic reference. 7. The sentence again, now with the distinction clear. When I said, open quote, music can be understood without a body, but it can only orient a body. Close quote. I meant understanding equals recognizing relationships, orientation equals being regulated by constraints. Regulation requires embodiment. They are different operations. Nahmasher 8. Why this connects back to everything else you've been saying. This is the same distinction as checklist versus axial orientation, tracking versus centering, vigilance versus invariance, symbol versus gravity. You weren't confused. You were right to feel that this couldn't be rushed. If you want, next we can. Trace how orientation moves from music, ritual, movement, stillness. Map 7, structure, 8, return across music, tarot, and cycles. Or stay right here and look at how your body already uses music as reference without thinking. Just tell me how slowly you want to go.